part of what you saw from an execution point offensively?
I thought we did a good job taking care of the basketball. I thought we did a good job just getting it side to side, and then just getting to our next actions, And so just playing with pace, getting it up, getting to our next actions. And so, we're totally different team, two different teams when, Bones is playing and, when James is playing. And so, James is so dynamic in pick and roll and makes every play, every pass, every play. And then today we had to do it by committee, so we had to run pick and rolls with Bones, PG, Kawhi, and we all did a good job of just taking care of the basketball and making plays for one another, And so that was just good to see. I thought we did a good job handling the double teams, the best we've done in a while, as far as when they double team Kawhi on the post ups. And so just a totally different game, just a totally different feel. And so we have, ways we can play differently, every night. And so tonight was one of those nights, missing James for the first time. And so hopefully he's healthy, he can get back soon.
When you say soon, is soon as tomorrow?
Hopefully.
And was there like a point of emphasis specifically about how the Bulls were going to play, especially with the double teams? Like they had capable defenders to guard Kawhi and Paul individually, Alex Drews and Torrey Craig, and it seemed like they were just gifting y'all threes. Like, what was the point of emphasis in preparing those guys to play through those double teams?
Just something we've been working on for the last 4 years and all year, just preparing. And, like I said, we haven't been doing a great job of it. And so, I credit Billy for doing it because we haven't handled it well. And some we work on and some we used to be really good at. So just got to get back to being good versus double teams, being good versus the blitzes and the five-man being up. And I thought PG, really did a great job of just handling that, getting to the short roll with Zoo and DT and those guys making plays out of the short roll, So just something that we need to get better at. And so hopefully we can build off this game.
It's one of the best decision-making games Paul's ever really had. Only one turnover, 7 assists, missed only one shot the entire game. What's the difference from him that you saw tonight, either before the game or just how he was talking to guys in a way to kind of keep him locked in?
Yeah, he did the same thing last week against Chicago. He had 9 assists, I think 0 turnovers, just making the right play. And so, we had a strategy in place that, we didn't want to get him worn down throughout the course of the season and having to make every play in the pick and roll and hitting the ground and getting to the free throw line. We wanted James to have that responsibility because James is great in it. And we talked about the last 20 games, putting the ball back in PG's hands so he can get used to it so when we get to the playoffs, we know exactly what we want to do. And so now he's just getting accustomed to running more pick and rolls and keeping the ball in his hands.
And then how do you feel like Kawhi came out of this one?
I don't know. No, not sure.
How was this a step? How would you characterize this as a step in the progression of Bones?
Like I said, Bones has been great since he came back into playing, and just continue to keep getting the reps, continue to understand what we need from him on a nightly basis. We need him to be aggressive scoring the basketball, but also making guys better as well because he has the potential to do that. And so tonight, having 17 points, 11 assists, making the right play, making the right reads, and his pace was really good as well.
How much, you talked about Kawhi in the pregame, him wanting to be out there, right, and sort of sacrificing. How much do you have to, what's that balance in having to protect him from himself?
Yeah, we just got to make sure we're smart about it. And we have, one of the best medical staffs, in the league. And so they're definitely going to do a good job of making sure that we're doing right by Kawhi and making sure that we protect him from themselves at times. So they know what's going on, and we'll see what happens tomorrow.